Yay! So, oh my goddess, do I love the hawks. So, I was sitting out here in the same spot earlier. It's now been a few hours, and I haven't stopped thinking about this. Like, it's crazy. So cool. And I was actually working on a reel, and it was like gonna be about the sun, because sun is life. Everything is created of the sun. We wouldn't be here without the sun. So it was about that, and it was like a reel of me, and I'm not going to go into that reel because that's what I'm not supposed to be doing right now, or I'm choosing not to do. So and then, like, in this moment, I thought to myself, maybe I shouldn't be creating this reel right now of me. It was a reel of me. And instead, I should maybe talk about or share a post about the toxins in the children. Like, this is a really big deal. This is really serious. I think that's what I need to do, because I haven't shared anything about this in a couple days. And then I was thinking about like what I posted yesterday, and I was like, oh yeah, I posted my rainbow, but like nothing like of the things going on, the other things that I like to talk about, and I like to have a balance. So, but anyway, so I was like, maybe instead of doing this, I should be posting about, I should make a post, or I should share, because I keep finding information and the solutions have to be shared. So right in this moment, when I thought of transitioning to working on something else, two hawks, I heard their call. There we go. So right in that moment, two of the hawks landed in this tree right here, and I can turn this around and show you. Right here in this tree. And so I looked up and I was like, ah, no way, yes way. And I knew immediately, like, that, okay, I am meant to be working on something else. I am meant to share this message for the children instead of the other thing that I was working on, because they solidified it for me. And this is the third, actually there's been many more than that in the last month, moments with hawks. And I've wanted to share one from the spring equinox that I haven't even shared yet, and was March 20th. So I'm like, maybe this is my opportunity to share that too. So I'm going to rewind a little bit and share about the different hawk moments, medicine moments that I've had. And then I'm going to continue on this one that just happened today. And then I'm going to go forward. But I really just want to share about these past ones. So one of them, the first one, was on the spring equinox, and I was sitting out in my front yard in the sun, and this beautiful woman I follow on Facebook, she had posted something that said, I just seen a video that said the collective consciousness is actually the fungi in our gut. When we talk about consciousness, it's usually pertaining to our mind, our brain, our headspace. But we have two brains, one in our head and the other is in our gut. And if you understand how fungi works, this actually makes sense. And so literally when I was reading this post on the spring equinox, I was sitting in my front yard and I was commenting on it, and I was like, yes, like this, because like I totally resonate with that and I totally feel the same way. So I was commenting on it about how we actually have 9 pathways from our gut to our brain. We only have 1 from our brain to our gut. So technically, like, our gut is our first brain. Our gut feelings, that's our intuition. And then if you think about the soil health, the soil is the gut, is the microbiome of the earth. And if the food that we're eating is depleted and it's grown in dead soils, then our gut is depleted, and therefore our intuition, we're not connected to our intuition. We're not connected to our highest self. We're not connected to nature. And our intuition equals our gut being aligned with Gaia. And that's what the guy says in the video she was talking about, which I can share the video. I'm gonna do that later. It's not about that. So I was literally like writing on her post, like, yes, I totally like get this. I was super, super stoked. And right when I hit send, and this is why I'm so passionate about helping people with their guts and removing the glyphosate. I've been helping people and myself remove the glyphosate from our gut, rebuild our guts for over a year, because glyphosate, which is Roundup, which is in the air we breathe, it's everywhere, it's in our food, is destroying our gut microbiomes. And our gut is sacred. We need to take care of our guts. So I was writing this to her, and right when I hit send, literally a hawk called above my head. And I looked up, and it was circling around, and I was just like, and I was in a high moment of passion. So I knew immediately, and then the hawk flew off. And I knew immediately, I'm like, yes, that was the hawk telling me with his vision to keep my eye on. This is like the perspective, like what I was thinking, to go with it and to share it. And I knew, I'm just like, felt so empowered afterwards to be supported by the hawk. And okay, so from there, there was another moment where like I wanted to go share about it immediately on Facebook, about the situation that had just happened with the hawk appearing the same moment of this post about the gut and the fungi and consciousness and all that. So, but I didn't, because I was like, you know what? This is a spring equinox. I'm like, just be present in the present moment. And I can share about this later, because I want to like receive all the messages that nature is telling me. And I just want to be existing. So right when I thought that, I'm like, you should look up. I looked up, and then the hawk was flying back over my head, but she was like, her wings were behind her, so she was like going really fast, and she wasn't making noise, so I wouldn't have heard her to notice. I had to be looking up to see her. So that was another like awesome, like beautiful gift of just presence, of being in the present moment. So that was on the spring equinox. And then the next day, so this would have been March 21st, I was driving, and I had just seen somebody post about how she was looking for the birth workers that deeply, truly care about the health of children, like, and no excuses, and she wants to partner with them. Like, I was like, oh my God. And then I had just started the car, and I lost the post that of whoever had said that. I lost it. So I was like driving, and I was like looking for the post at the same time. I don't recommend anybody do that, but I was like, I wanted to see it, because like that's how I feel. And then I found it, and I'm like, was reading it, and I'm like, yes. And I was thinking about how, like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the women, the birth workers, anybody that deeply, deeply cares about the health of this planet. I want to find them, because like I'm here to help the children. And these toxins are so real. And like, I'm passionate about toxin-free children, and like, I'm not going to go too much into that, but the moment I was thinking that, literally a hawk flew past my car and went and landed up on the telephone pole to the left. And I was like, are you kidding? So I pulled over to the side of the road, and I got out, and I have a video of it too. And literally when I was like, I recorded her, and I said hi, and she turned and looked at me. It was cool. I'm just like, but it was another sacred moment with the hawk when I was thinking in a passionate moment about something, and it was like encouragement that I'm on the right path to be looking for women who deeply care about the children. No excuses. Like, it's all right, plastics don't matter. Like, no, the ones who really, really fucking care. You know, like, and it's just like, that's how I feel. Like, just move out of the way. I'm finding those ones. Like, I'm a beacon for those ones that really, truly care. And like, yeah, so the hawk came in that moment. then the next day, wait, no, it wasn't the next day. So there's a bunch of other situations where I happened to look up and a hawk was flying over. And they were in moments where, because I keep telling myself this, like when I'm walking, to look up, because like my whole life I've looked down at the ground. So I'm like, look up, look up. And so there's been a few times I've looked up and a hawk was flying over my head. So, and also another potent message is to look up and like be strong and like look at the world around us, like, you know, and just be present. So, but anyways, then today, as I was saying, I was creating this post about the sunshine and me in the sunshine. And then I'm like, you know, maybe I need to go share about what I just learned about the children and the plastics that they're finding in every single child. And I keep finding more information out. So I'm like, maybe I should go share about that, because that's pretty serious. And share the solution. And right when I thought that, the 2 hawks landed on this tree in front of me. So I was like, okay, that is a potent affirmation that that's what I should be doing and focusing on. And I'm like, okay, so I totally switched over. And then I was sitting there thinking about how hawks are like my medicine. I love it. I love how the hawks just bring me these messages and these confirmations. And right when I thought that, no, I was thinking like, well, I love all birds. Birds have like been a critical part of like my awakening. And I was like, birds. And I thought birds. And right when I said birds instead of just the hawk, I looked up and then 2 vultures were flying really low, like right above my head right here. And then they circled back right here. And I was like, yes. Okay. And then so I went and I made notes. Like I went and journaled about it. So this has been like hours and hours of stuff. So let's see if I can read them. So let's see. So hawk is a messenger of spirit. It brings sharp vision, divine insight, and a broader perspective. Telling me to look at the big picture, rise above the noise, like the other things that I was doing in my head. Telling me to use my voice. I am being given clarity. I'm being called to deliver the truth from a higher vantage point. And this was the moment that I started thinking about the children and the toxins. So like, and what I was working on was this post about the sun. It was like a reel of me in the sunshine. The sun heals. The sun heals us. Like, the sun is so important. But did you know that people are like burning when they go into the sun now? We're full of heavy metals. And when we're full of heavy metals, like we're burning. So it's like we're supposed to be in the sun, but some people can't even be in the sun. My Nana couldn't go in the sun anymore because she would break out in rashes. Like, we're supposed to be able to be in the sun. We're not supposed to burn when we go into the sun. So it's like, yes, the sun heals, but the toxins in our body are serious. Like, they're completely trying to disconnect us and are disconnecting us from nature, from our true nature. So that's another message that I received in this moment as well. When I was transitioning from the sun to thinking about the toxins and sharing about this with people instead. So let's see. So I was chosen in that moment to be the bridge between spirit and the people, especially for the children. And I'm on a sacred mission to help the children. That's like what I am here for. It's to help the children, to help this planet and the animals. Therefore the mothers, because everything's connected. So when the vultures circled over, I'm like, okay, I know that vultures, they don't kill anything. And so I looked into it a little bit more, but so vultures are a sacred purification. They're the death doulas of the animal realm. The vulture doesn't kill, it cleans. The vulture transfigures death into life. It removes decay. It's the alchemical purifier, transforming toxins into energy, purging what is no longer life-giving. When the vulture showed up right after the hawk, this made me feel that the message deepened. So the message I received was yes, to deliver the truth, expose the decay, but do it as a purification, not fear. show it must die so that children can live. So like, I don't like to sit here and talk about all of these things that are going on. Like the truth of the matter that 100% of placentas tested have microplastics in them, that, you know, babies are being born full of toxins and microplastics, that this is the first generation where we're expected to outlive our children. Like, I don't just say that and just scare, like, to scare everybody. Like, there's solutions. This is why I'm so passionate about this. So, show what must die so that children can live. So the vulture is calling me into my detox evangelist role on an even deeper level. It's a sign that I am here to help others transmute toxicity, not just physically, but spiritually and generationally. They're all interconnected. These birds flew so low because they're asking me to get close to the ground, to the real, to the raw, to the truth of what needs to be cleared for future generations to thrive. It's the heavy metals in the body that makes anyone get sunburnt. The sun burns the metal. See, there you go. So I was literally, Anna, in my mind, or I was sitting here on my phone creating a reel about me in the sunshine, reaching up to the sun, and like it was going to be a reel. And then like I was like, you know what, maybe I should go be sharing about what I just found out about the children and like the toxins and the solutions. And right when I said that, 2 hawks landed in front of me on this tree right here. And it was like a sacred confirmation. I'm like, okay, yeah, the sun is important, like, to share about, but it's like, even people can't even go in the sun anymore because they're burning because of the toxins in their body, like you just said. So yes, so like the toxins we can't ignore that we're breathing in toxins as we speak, like right now. So, okay, so moving on, yeah, and then, so I was gonna share about it, and then like I got to go to the food bank because they're giving away tons of organic fruit right now, and I'm so grateful. And when I was on my way to the food bank, I was planning on coming right back and to share this. And while I was on my way to the food bank, I was listening to that song by like Sonique, like what is it? And that's what takes me high, higher than I've been before. And I was like, yeah, I was getting it in the car, and I was like feeling really happy, and like I was waving at like the construction workers, and like they're all stoked, and like, you know, I love waving at people and smiling at people. It's just, yeah. So I was like, go through the construction people, go around the corner, and I'm like, dude, this song is about me and my self-love. Like, and it's you I'm always thinking of. Yeah, and I'm like, it's like, that's how that song made me feel. I'm like, this is me in my radical self-love. Like, this is what gets me high, higher than I've been before. My love keeps me alive. Me, for myself. I was like, radical self-love so that I can give to others. And I just was like dancing. And then right when I was thinking that thought about the radical self-love, then a turkey crossed the road in front of me. And I was like, ah! I'm so excited. So like, turkeys, turkey. So turkey is Earth's symbol of sacred generosity, unlike many animals who defend territory or consume. Okay, so turkey thrives in community, shares resources, and gives back to the land. Turkey is seen as being a being who nourishes others, literally and symbolically, lives in service to the whole, and embodies the truth that true abundance comes from giving. The turkey doesn't hoard. The turkey doesn't give out of guilt. It gives from the natural rhythm, from earth-based alignment, from overflow. So this doesn't count with like people hoarding and slaughtering and murdering turkeys. Like, no. But in the flow with nature, in the natural flow with nature. Turkey crosses my path during a moment of joyful self-love. It's showing me that this is how I give, not from depletion or obligation. I give from my radiance. I give from my enoughness, from my sacred overflow, which is literally what I was thinking in the moment that the turkey crossed the road. So these are 3 sacred bird medicines that I experienced, one after the other. And I was just like so high, and I like still am, but like, so turkey medicine affirms that my life, my joy, my truth, my frequency, when offered in love, is a sacred gift to the world. It's a sacred gift to the world, and this is why I'm here, and I have so many things to share. So back to the situation here with the hawk. I remember when the song came out around 2000. Oh my god, I know, just like now it's like my favorite song, like again, like I just like it puts me in a fabulous mood. And so when these hawks came down, what I was thinking of is what's going on with the children. And you know what, maybe I'm just gonna share that post next, just make a post out of it. But it's true, like, that the toxins in our environment we're infiltrated, we're being bombarded, like, so the most common of these chemicals and plastics that they're finding in the children is I don't have the plastics names memorized, but they're poly something and what's the other one? Polyethylene and another one, but they're building materials. So they're found in building materials. So our houses are toxic. Like, I've met some people that they don't believe that we have microplastics in our body. Cool. I'm not here for you. You know, I'm here for the ones that understand that we are filled with microplastics. They're finding microplastics in the snow in like Antarctica. They're everywhere. They're in the breath of the dolphins. When dolphin exhales, it's full of microplastics. Microplastics mess up our lungs. So just think what it's doing to the dolphins that are swimming and they use their lungs. Like, things are effed up, and children are being born with them. And like, maybe they look like they're okay because they're alive, but like, what's going on inside the body? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like really, really serious. And I believe that like we have the power in our minds, like our bodies are self-healing, but it's a lot harder to access our power when our bodies are full of toxins. When we remove them, like, why not support our bodies? When we remove these low frequency toxins, so I'm talking put high frequency plant molecules into a closed circuit that absorb directly into the bloodstream so that they transmute all of the low frequency microplastics, chemtrails, heavy metals, spike proteins, glyphosate, all of these things. Let's give ourselves real food, because our guts, like what I was talking about towards the beginning, was our gut health. We can't go to the store, we can't go to Safeway and get fruits and vegetables and expect to be healing our gut, because it looks like a tomato, but it doesn't have any of the nutrients in it that it had 50 years ago. We'd have to eat 200 regular carrots, conventionally grown carrots, to equal the nutritional value of one regeneratively grown carrot. So this is why these superfoods that I eat every single day, they're regeneratively grown. So they're actually building ecosystems on this planet so that the hawks and all of the creatures that the hawks eat have more biodiversity, have more places to thrive and be existing. Like, everything's connected. Like, our gut microbiome, so as we take care of our gut microbiome, we're taking care of the Earth's gut microbiome. Because in order to take care of the Earth's microbiome, we need to regenerate the Earth's soils. So we need to be eating food from regenerative soils. So it's like interconnected. Taking care of ourselves is taking care of the Earth. Loving ourselves is loving the Earth and loving other people. Radical self-love so that we can love others, so we can give from our overflow. We have to give from our overflow, not from our depletion. So that's what I wanted to say. I'm so grateful for all of these magical animals and just the confirmation that I am on the right path and that I need to keep sharing, and that my voice needs to be heard and my message needs to be heard. And of course that I need to be the living embodiment, and I am, and I choose to be the living embodiment and give myself the self-love. Like, I can't talk about it and not be it. So I do. And I'm always looking to step into more radical self-love, step into more love, to grow. Like, if we're not wanting to grow or not choosing to be growing, then what are we doing? So, like, let's see. So that's what I wanted to share. So anyways, so now I'm going to go create that post that I got the sacred confirmation from these beautiful hawks to go and share. I'm here to help the children, and I have the solutions to the pollution in our blood, in our body, a way to transmute the low frequency toxins in our body and remove them that is safe for women, children, newborn babies, pregnant women, 100-year-old people, plants. Like, everything is plants. Earth is the healer. Earth is the ultimate healer. We can't go and look for something outside of the earth that's going to heal us. And nature heals. You know what? And I even realized, though, it's super interconnected, because you can put somebody in nature, and when they're full of toxins, sometimes they don't even see nature. But once we start to remove the toxins and we start to come back into our bodies and our soul aligns and we feel the earth, because we actually have the earth in our body because we're made out of the earth. So we're not plastic anymore, but we're actually full of like plants and things. The earth's there more. We feel it more. So, love you all.